I pressed the right button. YouTube, this is AJ Flame here with some more Master Duel content. So right here I have, well actually I'm live on Twitch, and I just decided, like, you know what, if I'm gonna record it, we're gonna just do it live right here on Twitch. So don't forget to follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/AJFlameYGO. We're trying to get to affiliate. Like, I see my YouTube audience on YouTube, but I don't see it on Twitch, which is understandable. But anyways, this is my lovely Trap BA deck, and you know, it just is what it is. I love it so much. It's so great. We're just gonna go through the list, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you the replays that I did from matches. I believe I wanted to record one which shows. I did matches, pretty much wins and a loss, pretty much. I didn't want to do all wins because then it just doesn't showcase weaknesses of the deck or how you play and things like that. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. And so here we go. You know, double backjack. Backjack is great. I don't think I really need to explain these cards that much. But for those of you who don't know, backjack is insane. Send it off of Beatrice. And then on your opponent's turn, pretty much in the draw phase, it's the first thing you're going to do 100% if you're able to go full combo. You're going to go ahead, detach the Dante backjack, and you're going to do Dante 1, backjack 2. So backjack looks at the top 3. You get to organize them in any way. And then you can chain backjack. Well, excuse me, you don't want to do that yet. After wait till both those effects resolve. Go ahead, do that. But it'll show you guys all in that, except for the process of me actually organizing the top of my deck. So you can banish backjack when that finishes resolving, and then excavate the top, and then you're gonna, if you hit a trap, you're gonna excavate whatever trap you want and then set it. But a monster just hits the graveyard, which works perfectly fine in this deck. And then 2 Max C, we all know what Max C does. Oh, Max C is my only hand trap. Double Tour Guide, triple Scarm, double Graph, triple Seer, triple Farfa, 1 Libic, 2 Fiendish Rhino, and 1 Barbar for Game, because Barbar for Game is funny. 1 Foolish, my only spell card. It comes in very well sometimes. Triple Torrential Tribute, which is very nice. Triple Needle Ceiling, very nice also. Triple Breakthrough Skill, I can tell you this card is absolutely insane. I love it so much. Double Fiend Grieving, because it's very nice. You can shuffle something back. The target, like if it's a Ray, like they're going to use Ray in the grave, you shuffle that back. And then you could send, usually you can either send Farfa or Scarm. Usually I send Scarm so I can get that end phase search for Torguide, so I can have some follow-up play if my hand is empty. Dynamiscus is absolutely, I love it. It's so nice. It's just a banish, it says banish. IDP, very nice too. It's IDP, you know, but with IDP you have the choice of banishing a monster of the same type. So if somebody activates this on me, and I have like Fiendish Rhino and Grave and a Seer on board, right? They could summon my Fiendish Rhino from the graveyard, and then choose to banish Fiendish Rhino along with a non-targeting banishing the Seer or any other fiend monster that I have on the field, which is why IDP is also very, very good in certain matchups. But another one, it's a hit or miss card, and you know, Judgment just says no. If you draw it, you draw it. If you mill it, you mill it. It is what it is. But when you see Judgment, it's insane. But we're gonna go ahead and cut right over to the replays. All right, we're back with here. Actually, we're back at the replays. I know the season reset, so it's not platinum replays, unfortunately. But these are still some pretty good duels. We're gonna do the win, and then the loss. We're not gonna do that one because it's 13 turns, and that's way too long for a YouTube video, in my opinion. So we're gonna go ahead, click this sucker, and we're gonna go ahead and watch this back. I really do love this loading screen, and we're getting there. We're getting there. Come on. And I did forget to go through the extra deck, so we'll go through. We're gonna end up cutting back to the list anyways to show you that, and then final thoughts on it, and then cards that could be used, can be not used, what you could cut, what you want to put in, and things like that. But first, we'll go through here. So we opened okay, but we're going second. I can't remember. It was against Alistair. I don't remember. I'm not gonna lie to you. I clipped these like 2 days ago, I think. so it's a little rusty. But he's gonna add Alistair. Normal summon Alistair. I don't want hand traps to cover Maxi, so he's gonna go off, add Invocation. I don't know if he already had it in hand. I don't know if he was good or not. He's gonna link summon Alistair into Salamgrid. No, he just went Mimegist. Sorry, wrong deck. TCG brain here. He's gonna activate Invocation, and I think he literally just Macabre passes. Like, I'm being serious. I think he literally just Macabre passed. I was like, okay, sick. I can deal with one Macabre. Oh yeah, Invocation, add Ali back to hand. But at the same time, I'm like, I can't attack over the Macabre because as soon as I try, he's going to activate Alistair and then things are not going to be good. So I'm here like, okay, cool. We're just going to bait out the Macabre. Or we don't bait out the Macabre. And so this is what I did. I sent Libic. I activated Libic. And we summoned Seer. Normal summon Graph. I think I just made Dante set 3 and pass. Yeah, I think that's actually what I did. No, but Dante's didn't attack. No, I activated Dante. I don't remember what I did. And he didn't negate any of this. Which I was really surprised about. Yeah, I kind of made some choices. I went to IP. Because I knew I wasn't attacking this turn 100%. And so we did Dante target Seer, and then Seer target Dante, and then Farfo is going to target the Macabre. They all activate at the same time, so he does not have that response window, so they chain block each other. And he's going to negate the Farfa, and I'm like, okay, cool, I don't care. He pitches Driver. But no. Because Invocation banishes, so I guess that was the correct way to not fuse the Driver. And we're going to summon back Dante. We're going to set up the usual board with the usual suspects, right? We're going to set those 3, and we're going to pass turn, because I know I'm not cracking that board and hitting damage right then. Pass turn, go just draw phase. Standby phase. I could speed this up, but this duel isn't that long. So in El Shaddai fusion, I'm like, okay, interesting. I can't respond to that. Because of Construct. But not Construct, because of Meltdown. I'm like, okay, sick. I can't respond to any of this right now. There's an Activate Dragon. He targets my Dynamistus. I'm like, okay. There goes my discard outlet, kind of. And he does this. He does all this convoluted stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. I can activate IP now. And he negates with Macabre. And I'm like, oh, well, shit. Right? I'm like, this is kind of rough, I guess. And he sends Falco. Does that. I'm like, oh, sick. Alright, he summoned another monster, right? So here, this is when I flip that Torrential. And we go boom, 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 boom. Construct effect, you know, add back that. Dante's gonna add me back a name, so I'm like, sick. Resolution. And because I have a trap set on the board, I can't activate the BA's effects in hand to special summon themselves. So I have a card in my spell trap. He normal summons Alistair. Activates Alistair's effects. I say, Ice Dragon's Prison. So you're not fusing with Alistair this turn, right? So make him work a little more hard, right? Make him work harder. I can't speak English. Add Invocation. He's gonna set a bluff, and I know for a fact it's a bluff because the only 2 cards are El Shaddai and Invocation. So I'm like, okay, sick. We can do damage. I draw Breakthrough Skill. I'm like, okay, this is kind of nice. We normal. We affect Special Graph because we want the Seer effect to bring something back. We're gonna overlay into Dante because we always overlay into Dante. We're gonna activate Dante. We're gonna mill 3. We're gonna trigger Seer, add back Dante, and finish Rhino just in case, I guess. But I know what he has, so it doesn't matter. Finish Rhino is gonna send Scarm so I can get that end phase search. But I think I misclick here and I accidentally right click on it, so I don't get the search. I don't remember if this was this game or another game, but it happens quite often because I click way too fast. We're gonna main 2. We're going into Utopic Draco future, excuse me, because it's a monster negate, right? And I'm like, if he's gonna normal summon Alistair, I'm gonna negate it right away. And we're gonna see if he catches on, but I don't remember if he did, because this was like 2 days ago, right? You go boom, set, breakthrough, and then end phase. Okay, I did do it, which is good. Good for me. Add tour guide to hand. Standby phase, main phase 1. Yeah, all that stuff. Top deck's magical meltdown to add Alistair. And I'm sitting here like, dang. He really did it. I'm like, this man is actually insane. And he makes another Macabre. So I'm sitting here like, okay. Interesting, I guess. I'm like, dang, this is kind of wild, right? And so he just passes. I don't remember what I did, but I drew IDP. I had to break through a skill here. No, I didn't. No, we tried baiting, but he didn't do anything. Because I'm just trying to bait Alistair. I'm not Alistair, I'm trying to bait the Macabre. And this baits the Macabre. And then we go boop, 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 target. He's gonna go Macabre. I'm gonna go breakthrough skill because I want it in the graveyard. And this is game here. Yeah, this is literally just game. And so with this deck, you're not OTKing. You could run Boral Sword, but it's a lot harder to make Boral Sword if you're running the trap version. So I put in an access code. And there we go. That is game 1. I'm going to speed up the other 2 replays because this video is getting kind of long. Oh yeah, huh? Yeah, because that was 6 turns. Yeah, we're going to speed it up. We're going to speed it up because I don't want this video to be like too long. I think like 10 minutes is a solid mark and we already hit that mark, so we're going to swirly here. And then it's gonna load eventually. I always draw back check, but I kept drawing tour guide, so I couldn't complain. We're gonna speed this sucker up here. So you go tour guide, some graph, big Dante. This is stereotypical combo. Attach mill 1, graph effect, summon Seer from deck. Link summon into IP. Summon IP. Seer effect, target Dante. Dante effect, target Seer. You want Seer to resolve so you can bring back Dante so you have the other body. So if Dante gets negated, it's no big deal. I already had Seer in hand, so I targeted the graph. And we're gonna pitch the Skarm, go for Beatrice. Set breakthrough skill, end phase, Skarm effect, we're gonna grab a tour guide. Then we're gonna pass on that. And that's full combo going first. Provided you may have other traps. Send back check, and this is what I was talking about. Dante targets Seer and then backcheck effect. Backcheck, we're going to change the order. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember if I whiffed. We'll see if I whiffed or not. No, I didn't whiff, so we're going to backcheck. Torrential, set Torrential, and we're chilling. And then I get Rageki'd. And I'm like, well, Beatrice effect is going to bring out Jericho Dante. Jericho Dante is going to pitch Seer, and okay, no, this isn't that game. He's gonna summon Cyber Dragon. I'm like, oh snap, this could be bad. He's gonna summon Core. He's gonna activate Core. I'm gonna say no with breakthrough skill because we don't want him adding anything. Whose car is that? Are you serious? Anyway, that's twice. Do that. Core negated. Machine duplication on the Core, but I don't think he realized the effect's negated. So it brings out 2 more Core, but he goes into Zero. No, he went into Verite. Excuse me. And I said, yeah, no. We're gonna Torrential Tribute that. And then we're gonna Dante, we're gonna add back the Skarm. So we could just have another name. And my hand is looking pretty full right now. Uses Nasher. I was freaking out about this on stream because I didn't know what else he could do. But then I realized there are no more cards in his hand and Nasher doesn't level itself up. So he's just adding it. And he didn't special summon it. No, he did. And I'm like, okay, this does nothing. So he just makes Seeger and passes. And I'm like, okay, Seeger hits me for 21 and then passes. I was freaking out, but I'm like, we're safe. So I was summon Tour Guide. I know I'm safe to summon Tour Guide. We summon Libic. We exceed into Dante. And Dante activates. Detach Libic, mill 3. It was not a good mill. I milled double torrential. Summon that. Do this. Exceed into another Dante. We're gonna Dante, detach to your mill 3. I milled the Paleozoic, which is nice. Summon back the Libic. I don't know why I didn't bring back Dante. I don't remember. Oh yeah, because I had Graph in hand. I was doing place. And then I made Break Sword. Then I set the Needle Ceiling. After Break Sword, detach, target. Realized I didn't have game, and I was like, oh, okay. Now I have to make a negate. Which I didn't care about. I was more like negate or Zeus. Right? At this moment, I'm like, Zeus or negate. I'm like, you know what? We're gonna go with the negate. We're gonna make future Draco here. The Draco future. We're gonna go future, and then we're gonna go Draco future, and we're gonna be like, yes, this is how it's done. And then we're just literally gonna pass on that. It's gonna activate core, and I'm gonna literally holding my negate here. I'm like, Master, I don't care. Bring back Seeker, that's fine. Summon core. I'm like, we're negating the core effects. Oh, he didn't use the core effects. So I'm like, dang, that's crazy. And we're gonna go battle. He's gonna use Seeker. I'm like, yep, okay, cool. And swing for game. And yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, this could be a longer video, huh? It is what it is, though. And then we're gonna go to my unfortunate loss. And then this one should be faster. Because I lost pretty early on. Maybe I scooped. I don't know. I think this was against the... You know, I'm not gonna spoil it. We're just gonna go to the video. Excuse me. Whew. Sneezing hurts. I don't know why. Every time I sneeze, it doesn't want to come out. And I'm like, okay, this hand is kind of nice, right? And then I realize what I'm playing against. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna Dante pass. No, I didn't just Dante pass. I'm like, okay, cool. Summon Skarm, and I went, okay. I did Dante Skarm pass, and then Skarm end phase, add Torque. And then I realized I was playing against Dinos, and I'm like, oh, this is not good. We're gonna hope he doesn't get Misk, but cross, Misk, Ash, baby, and then Misk. And I was like, oh, uh-oh. So this is what happens when you play Dinos and you do not run Link Spider for the token. You kind of get boned. Like you're about to see. And I'm like, okay, I think I have this game. But as you'll see, it's funny, and I realize, oh wait, I forgot Lost World's other effects, because nobody runs Dinos anymore. Well, not many people in the TCG run a lot of Dinos. But yeah, he's gonna do giant combos. Skarma's gonna die because that's not a BA. Why BA die? Because token is not a BA. But Dante doesn't die because Dante doesn't have that text. And he's just gonna go full Dino combo, and I literally cannot do anything because Misk is a thing. And I'm like, dang, this kind of sucks. Because I didn't have anything for the Misk, and I was like, this is bad. This is very, very bad. Well, he's afraid of my back row, and I don't know why he's afraid of my back row. Because he activated Misk. There's nothing I can do here. Like, and this man is like cheating them back row, and I'm like, okay, whatever, my guy, just make the back row. Right there, I think I should have activated Needle Ceiling. He makes Tornado Dragon. This man makes Tornado Dragon. I'm like, why not? I'm like, you know, I could clear like 3 monsters. I'm like, you know, it's fine. I can't clear 4 because activated effects. I'm like, you know what? We might as well use it or we'll lose it. It doesn't matter to me. And Needle Ceiling's gonna buff everything, but I'm like, dude, this is just rough right now. And we're gonna steer something back to Altair. We're gonna add back steer. So I'm like, okay, let's just do this, right? We'll see if I can get somewhere with this. Excuse me. Summon back Dante. Double evolution pill, and I'm like, oh crap. This isn't good. He summons the UCT, and I'm like, oh snap. And I thought right here he was about to make Logia, and I'm like, oh, he's Link Summon. He's Synchro Summon, and I'm like, what is that thing? I literally looked at it and then went, that's not a negate. But yeah, we were trying to fiend down in a gate. Get it? Fiend? They're all fiends? But no, we were trying to fiend out the UCT. So I summoned and I was like, okay, he's gonna UCT here? I'm like, no, he didn't. And I made, what did I make? I made Cherub here, and I was like, okay, cool. And we're gonna activate this and do this, right? I'm gonna use Cherub effect that we're gonna send the Farfa. In retrospect, I should have just went for Farfa, but if I went for Farfa right then for the UCT, you know, no, actually, it would have been a lot smarter to go for Farfa there instead of Seer. Because right now I'm like, oh crap, I can't do anything. And right here I'm like, I think I'm okay, but then I realized he can just make another UCT. And I'm here like, bro, what am I gonna do? And he banishes her 4, and I'm like, oh no. I'm here like, oh no, I'm kind of dead. I'm very dead right now. And he makes Ovi, and I'm like, oh no. And he brings out a token. Right? And I'm like, he adds Ovi, so he's gonna hard summon the... He adds Ovi, he adds UCT, and I'm like, BA doesn't die here because it's under Cherubini. And he's gonna bring out the UCT, and I'm like, oh dear. This is game. Many, in 100 different ways. I'm here like, I can't even target anything, so I target the token, and I'm like, dude, I can't win. And this is, yeah, just how it is. And I'm like, you know, we're just gonna return the Cherubini, because it is what it is, but... That was, unfortunately, my game lost there, and I was like, dang. It's tough, but those are the replays. Let's go ahead and head back to the deck. We are back with the deck, and I did realize I forgot to go to the extra deck. I know I said it before, but we're just gonna make that a quick run through. We got Jerry Curl Dante. Everybody calls him Gay Dante, but I call him Jerry Curl Dante because we're gonna click here because chat is in the way. Look at his luscious hair. Look at his hair. Jerry Curl Dante. That's who he is. That's what he will always be known as. We have the future package. Triple Dante, everybody hates triple, but no, triple Dante is the move. It's the wave, I'm telling you. Breaksword, Downer, Beatrice and Zeus. Cherubini, Phoenix, IP, Unicorn, Access Code. I could realistically drop one Dante for a Link Spider, but I'm like, how many times we get punished by things? Not a lot. How many times we get punished by tokens? Not a lot. If we do, we get punished, we get punished. But that is the video. This is the Master Duel video. I don't know what I'm going to call this series or whatever, but this is it. This is the BA list, the trap BA list that I love and adore. I love BA so much. PK and BA are the decks you will always catch me playing, or VW. I like VW. It's pretty nice. It's fun. It's fun. Big brained. I have to think. But that is it. If you stay all the way through this video, because this was a long one. I appreciate you. Props to you. And I will catch you on the next one. Don't forget to follow my socials. I'll link them down in the description below. I don't know why I'm pointing. No, you can see my hand. I'll link them down in the description below. We'll do that. And I will catch you guys on the next one. This is AJ Flame YGO signing off.